If you think that nobody hears your screams, try silence. Silence is an empty space. Space is the home of the awakened mind. The good and wise led quiet lives. Silence is one of the great arts of conversation. Only in silence could I hear the message. Only by becoming still would I be able to move forward. A man who does not leave his hut will bring nothing in. Move thy tongue, for silence is a sign of discontent. Silence is golden when you can't think of a good answer. Move in silence and execute relentlessly. Move in silence. Never let them know your next move. Warriors do not rest. They move beyond, not to fight, but to win and create a better tomorrow for those who suffer in silence. Move in silence. Never let them know your next move. Let go and move closer to existence in silence and peace in meditation. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Silence is one of the hardest arguments to refute. Silence is never more golden than when a quarrel is brewing. Music and silence combine strongly because music is done with silence, and silence is full of music. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. Silence is more eloquent than words. The trees, the flowers, the plants grow in silence. The stars, the sun, the moon move in silence. Silence gives us a new perspective. I like the muted sounds, the shroud of gray, and the silence that comes with fog. Do not mistake quietness for weakness. Evil is often better addressed in silence. Don't announce the move before it's made. They'll see it. Silence is a source of great strength. Stay humble. Moving in silence is sometimes best. I have learned along my journey that letting go doesn't mean loving less. As we must account for every idle word, so must we account for every idle silence. He who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words. Getting to this point hasn't always been easy. It took me years to really learn to silence my mind. But as you move through your career and your life, you will have to learn that if you're not what you do, then what you do has no business keeping you entertained at night. Through the portals of silence, the healing sun of wisdom and peace will shine upon you. I'm afraid to speak or move for the fear. All this wonderful beauty will vanish, just like a broken silence. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Move outside the tangle of fear thinking. Live in silence. Silence is more eloquent than words. I often regret that I have spoken, never that I have been silent. Work hard in silence. Let your success make the noise. To sin by silence when they should protest makes cowards of men. As we must account for every idle word, so must we account for every idle silence. Let go and move closer to existence in silence and peace in meditation. Open your mouth only if what you are going to say is more beautiful than the silence. When you build in silence, people don't know what to attack. Too many of you can't move in silence because you want applause from an audience who don't even care about you. I move in silence for crying out loud. It's over when you have 1,000 things to say, but you prefer silence. Work in silence and let them sleep on you. The noise from your success will wake them up in due time. But my world fell apart, and all they could do, the whole universe, was to silently move on. The quiet mind is richer than a crown. Real dudes move in silence, like a mute driving a new hybrid. Real G's move in silence, like lasagna. Silence is the ultimate weapon of power. It's very important in life to know when to shut up. You should not be afraid of silence. There comes a time when silence is betrayal. Silence is the most perfect expression of scorn. Plot quietly and humbly. Manifest fruitfully and abundantly. True silence is the rest of the mind. It is to the spirit. What sleep is to the body, nourishment and refreshment. Work hard in silence. Let your success make the noise. Cultivate the distance. Nurture the silence. Let it grow until your fragile heart is as far and inaccessible as his marbled emotions. Don't talk. Don't move. Sit still. If he shows up, lie. Believe your own excuses. And if he tries to charm his way back in, punch him in the face. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Silence is an empty space. Space is the home of the awakened mind. Never announce your moves before you make them. Move in silence and shock them with your success.